Hello and welcome to the Cerigo Memory Management Platform user video. We've talked about the Before the Course Begins section in week 1. In this section, I want to review with you a section of the course called Test Your Knowledge. So I'm going to scroll over here and take a look at unit number 5 in the Patterns in the Night Sky. And what it's going to reveal is what Cerigo calls a memory management tool. And Cerigo is one of our partners in the course, providing you with this practice opportunity to review content and get a much stronger grasp of the terminology that you'll see on your quizzes and in your final exam. Review of the content is scheduled, and you are sent reminders and prompts each time you interact with this tool. In addition, you are provided with progress information that helps you know what topics to concentrate on to achieve course success. Let's take a look at the tool so that you can be a little more familiar with it. So there are a series of 3 buttons across the top right of the tool. The Help button will tell you a little bit about Cerigo, how it works, learning science. There's some frequently asked questions, FAQs, and a support option if you're having trouble using the tool or if there's a technical challenge. If I click on the Settings button, I can choose Content Audio on or off, Effect Audio on or off, so you can make some personal choices about those areas there. And if I want to close the Help Settings window, I click on the Exit button on the top right, and it returns me to the actual practice session. I'm going to scroll down a little bit so we can maximize what we see in the window here. So with Cerigo, I can choose 5, 10, or 20 units of practice. I'm going to go with 5 just to keep our sessions short. So if I click on 5 units and start learning, the tool is going to load and it's going to give me a few choices. So the first piece of information that the Cerigo tool is going to give me is a little bit of a refresher. I will have seen this information in the video and the readings for the course, but here's a refresher of the number of stars that are visible on a dark, moonless night. And if I click on the lower right Got It button, I'll let Cerigo, the tool, know that I've got it. In this case, it wants me to read this passage, and again, it's reminding me of things that I've already learned. In modern astronomy, a constellation is an area of the sky recognized by the International Astronomy Union, IAU, and there are currently 88 constellations. Got it. In this case, it's telling me what a celestial sphere is. It's giving me a reminder that it's an illusory area with a gigantic radius and Earth located at its center. And now it's going to start asking me a series of questions. So roughly how many stars can the human eye see at a dark moonless night? And I'm going to remember that the figure was 6,000. I'm going to say that I know it. And I'm going to check the list of choices, and lo and behold, there's the number. And I get some positive reinforcement in terms of a sound and a green signal that I've gotten that correct. Click on the next button, and it's going to ask me what term was defined by the following. And if I remember this picture and the definition, I'm going to say that I know it. And it's actually going to trick me. I can't just choose from a list. I'm going to have to type it. In this case, I remember that it's celestial sphere, and I have to type it correctly with no spaces. Click Submit, and I'm going to get that green positive reinforcement that I got it. I'm going to click on the next button. And here, what's the definition of a constellation? And I'm going to say that I know it. Hopefully I do. And that's that area of sky recognized by the IAU. And again, I've gotten that correct. So it's reinforcing my memory, giving me opportunities to try. It's very low stakes. It's a matter of practice and doing. There is a small grade associated with the Cerigo practice, but more importantly, it's reinforcing your memory, and it will come back to you in a timely way in time for your quizzes and for the final exam. At the end of each round of practice in the exercises, it's actually the Cerigo tool is going to show me a progress bar on how I've done. It tells me that my memory is good for now because I did it very recently, that I've done level 1, and that's the amount of practice I have. This tool lets me see my progress and some other information across the bottom. So play around with this dashboard and see the types of information that you'll get. It lets me know when I can next access this review. It tells me that my memory is studied. It tells me how many sessions or little items that I've taken a look at and whether or not I've gotten them correct at 45%. And again, I have the option next time to do 5, 10, or 20 of these items, as much as I need to do in order to reinforce my memory and to get the practice in place. Thanks for listening, and I hope this tool helps you to be much more successful in the course.